All right. I just have to zoom in on this young man's energy. I want to first put a disclaimer out. His family, those who decided to be watching, I want to do my best to put this video to real long. Just pretty much like a labor of love. I happen to be watching this YouTube channel. It's called The Missing. It's a husband and wife team. The husband, he is a um, retired officer. He's a retired cop, and so that's all they talk about is searching for the missing, trying to find the missing. So I was just led by the spirit to watch, and one of the missing that they were talking about because they took out the FBI files, the missing site, and this young man named Marquez Duncan, they decided to talk about him. And I checked it out, and then they did a quick little video showing his mom pleading for anybody to help. And your sister, I have a 22-year-old son, okay? And not just that, I have also a little queen, the 8-year-old daughter. So I'm a mother, and I know I would want somebody to try to, help me. There's not a lot of information out there about this young man, as well as a lot of children who are missing. Let me just say that. But I know that the Most High God has, you know, bless your sister with the gift of the Spirit, and I just want to do what I can do. So I'm calling this, as far as like sowing seeds of love, I'm calling this, you know, Marcus Duncan Tell Your Story. Okay, I'm doing this live, and I'm going to be using my tarot deck. Okay, I'm going to use my tarot deck as well as my angel deck. And I love this deck. I love this deck right here because it is real personal, and it can also help me to retrieve more information. These are just tools. A lot of things I kind of already know. I'm just seeking a little confirmation. But I will say this concerning the young man. Well, let me put a disclaimer out there. Whatever you hear, it is allegedly. I have to say that. This is for entertainment purpose only. For anybody who leave any kind of comment, please be respectful because I'm sure his loved ones could happen to be stumbled upon this video. And so let's think about the loved ones who happen to be, watching, okay? Nothing is set in stone. With God, with the Most High God, all things are possible. I am praying that he will be found, period. Um, Let me just give some quick information about this young man, okay? Um, but if any of you want to check out, as far as watching, like additional information about this young man, Marcus Duncan, um, Let me read this real quick. It says, Dateline missing in America. Marcus Duncan Jr. last seen by friends at his home in Tuskegee, Alabama on February the 23rd of this year, 2021. So he was last seen on the 23rd of February. His wallet was left behind, but his cell phone is missing. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. His wallet was left behind, but his cell phone is, oh, okay. His cell phone is missing and it's turned off. Okay. And there is an award, $1,000 reward. I don't care about that. I'm doing this as a labor of love. There is a $1,000 reward being offered for any information that leads to the whereabouts of Marcus Duncan. Also, his mother pleads for a safe return of Marcus Duncan Jr., who disappeared from Tuskegee, Alabama 3 weeks ago. Okay, so many of you already seen. Okay, this is Marcus, this handsome young man. Okay, and they say he's 6 feet tall and weigh 185 pounds. Okay, and he also attended college. Okay, so anyway, let me get with this reading. I'm trying to think of anything else I need to speak about concerning this right here. I don't want to leave anything out, family. I really don't. I feel like I've said enough. I just want to go ahead and get started with this reading. And to those who happen to be watching, much love to you, much love to my butterfly family out there, as well as those who happen to be visiting, checking your sister out. I appreciate you. Much love to you. Let's get started with this reading. And much love to Marcus Duncan family. If you're watching, my heart go out to you. I will be praying for the family. I will say this, since I have been meditating on Marcus, this is just me. Okay. But since I have been meditating on him, I sensed that he did not commit suicide. Let me just say that. So I just want to put that out there. I don't sense that he committed no suicide. Okay. There's some other things I'm picking up, but I'm going to let the spirit do the talking. All right. So let's get started with this reading. I'm going to be using two decks of cards, as I stated, my tarot deck and my angel deck. So let's get with this reading. I'm going to turn this bad boy around. And family, let me say this real quick. I don't really care for begging for likes and shares and all that. But when it comes to the missing, let's all do our part. It don't take much. It's free to watch. It's free to hit like. And it is so free to hit share. If any of you have Facebook accounts, please share this video. Sharing is caring, family. And you will get it back in ways you think not. And if anyone wants to donate, I appreciate you. And if you don't have it in you to donate, I appreciate you anyway. Just the fact that you're watching and the fact that me put this information out here is bringing awareness. And what you find out, please call the number and everybody do their part. Okay, it's about the count. So let me get with this reading. And much love to Marcus Duncan family. Okay, my prayers are with you. Let's get this reading. I don't want to talk too much. I want to get the reading. Because I don't care if I have zero watching. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this reading regardless because people are constantly in and out watching. So this is my live reading on Marcus Duncan, who is 22 years old. Marcus Duncan Jr., 22 years old, from Tuskegee, Alabama, who is presently still missing. I'm going to start off using my tarot deck first, my psychic tarot deck. Excuse me, family. Much love to you all, and thank you for your patience. Let your sister get situated. Call upon the family of the light. I'm setting my intentions. I'm Marcus Duncan. Ask my spirit guides. I connect with Marcus Duncan spirit guides. Seek those things in the dark, but I'm out to marvelous light concerning Marcus Duncan. What happened to Marquez Duncan? Consider my attendance. I want to know what happened to Marquez Duncan. Where is Marquez Duncan? I'm seeking clarity. What happened to Marquez Duncan? Was it somebody that he knew? Was it a stranger? Someone that caused harm to Marquez Duncan. Ask the Spirit to give me some clarity. What happened to Marquez Duncan? Marquez, tell your story. And your loved ones will have to be watching. Not only see clarity, but they really see confirmation of what they already know. Sorry, family. Tell your story, Marcus. Tell your story. What happened to you? What happened to you on the 23rd of February? What led up to you being missing? What led up to you being missing, Marcus? Throw things in the dark, bring them out to marvelous light. What led up to you being missing? What led up to you being missing? All right, we are finished. I'm not checking any comments. I'm trying to focus on this as I'm doing a live reading. But for those who are in the building, much love to you. I appreciate you. You know that I do. I'm just focusing right now on this young man. Okay, I'm doing this on behalf of his mother, Miss Duncan. Now, when it comes to my reading, there are timelines to them, so they will seem like a puzzle. Let me just say that. It's like putting the pieces together. All righty. Give me a minute. Let me look at what I'm looking at here. Mm. Okay, whatever you're going to see your family, this is not my opinion. Let me just say that. All I'm doing is interpreting the cards as I see them. Okay, so please keep that in mind. That's all I'm doing is interpreting the cards. That's it. I'm interpreting what I am seeing. Okay, I'm going to go over each card real quick. The first card is upside down. This card right here is passion initiated. All right, it's someone who's full of passion. You know, they're in a good mood, and you know, just like I know, you're in a good mood. It's like all things are possible. Everything is gravy, as they say. All right. This is someone who's feeling very inspired and they're full of passion. Okay. And this card also represents new beginnings. All right. This is someone who's feeling full of ideas and they're feeling very creative. Okay. Upside down is the opposite. As I stated, my readings deal with timelines. In this particular timeline, Marcus was not feeling passionate. Okay. He was not feeling full of ideas and feeling creative. Let me just say that. It's like during a certain time before he went missing, he was not in the best mood. Let me just say, in the best spirit. Okay. Something was going on with him. Let me just say that. And you could also say he wasn't feeling really inspired. I just say it like that. The next card is prosperity begins. Now, this right here, you can look at it from all kind of perspective. We know you can look at it from a perspective dealing with money. Let me just say that. But a picture tells a lot. Let me just say that. A picture tells a lot, family. Okay. Um, when I look at this, just look at the picture. You speak about somebody who's sowing a seed. Let me just say that. And they are waiting to produce a harvest, okay? And actually, they have come into their harvest. Let me just say that. Or you can look at it from another point of view, as though someone is buried, all right? I have to say that because there's more ways, when I look at this card, because I do a lot of missing uh, cases, let me just say that. And when I get this card, it can be speaking from that perspective also. It's not talking about money, concerning Marcus, him coming to money. It could be something that has to do with being buried, okay? I just want to throw it out there. Put all possibilities out there, just saying, okay? This card right here is upside down. Now, with this card right here, it's interesting. Upward, let's look at it from upward. This card is trapped in fear. Now, don't know why I get this card. This is someone when it comes to the missing, they are trapped in fear, meaning they are physically held hostage. They are physically held against their will. Okay? But it's upside down. So what you're saying, Corinne, what I'm saying is by this card being upside down, this could be pertaining to concerning Marcus, all right, that it's a mental feeling trapped in fear. You can say also this card also represents mental conflict, all right, someone who's dealing with something behind the scenes, and then I'm going to say it like that. He could have been dealing with something behind the scenes and feeling trapped, maybe being in a situation that he really didn't want to be in, okay, being put in a situation that he didn't want to be in. I could say it like that as well. Something was going on with him when he was feeling trapped. All right. And he wanted a way out. All right. And I will read up on this card because it has additional meaning. Just in case if the family happen to be watching, I want them to receive clarity. Okay. Now, it's a puzzle, have ears to hear. This card right here is spiritual union, and it's upward. This card is upward. So by this card being upward concerning Marquez Duncan Jr., this card speaks about somebody he knows, okay? Now, what the spirit is letting us know concerning Marcus, this is someone he knows. It can be a partner, you know. This is spiritual union. When I get this card right here, this speaks about someone that's close to him, like a family member. It can be a family member, or it can be an ex. It can be an ex. Okay, I had to say that, or it can be a spouse. But this young man is 22 years old. I haven't heard anything about him being married or anything. So the point I'm trying to make is this could be a family member. They say spiritual union. This is someone he has a bond with. Okay. It can be two males. It can be a male and a female, or two females. Since we're talking about Marcus, I see it like this. The other person could be another male, or it can be a female. All right. I had to put that out there. But it's somebody he knows. And right here, we are in harmony. Okay. It's pretty much Marcus is trying to tell us something. And also, if his family happen to be watching, they know who this person is. Okay. This is just somebody that was dear to him. As I stated, this is someone that he knows, and they have a spiritual bond. It can be either a family member, as I stated, a male or female, or it can be, a girlfriend, okay, or a boyfriend, okay. I'm going to say a girlfriend, or it can be a spouse, all right, or somebody from the past. It can be somebody from the past too. Because this represents spiritual bond, all right. Somebody, someone that you're very close with. But right here, this is someone that he does know, and he has a spiritual bond with, and there's harmony here, okay. So not like it's just anybody, like somebody he just met. This is somebody that he knows. They go back, okay. Right here, this says material and spiritual prosperity. So, according to the spirit, it's letting us know that Marcus, he either had spiritual prosperity or material prosperity. Okay, meaning his background, he's done the background. He was in a good place and having a strong family foundation, and it's not like he was wanting for money. Now it's either both of these he was prospering in, or one of them. Okay, but I'll go ahead and put it out there. It was both of them. Okay, this car was up. So according to the spirit, Marcus was material and spiritual prosperous. Okay. So obviously he was someone of faith, and he was spiritual also. Okay. Okay, once again, this card pops up. It pops up for a reason. This is harmony, and it's upward. So this is someone that Marcus knows, and he has harmony with this person. Okay, he has harmony with this person. It can be a male, and it can be a female. Whomever this person is, it's two people. There is harmony in this union. Okay. Now I'm going to read up on some of these cards, but not all of them. I don't want to be here too long. I'm just going to be led by the spirit as far as which one I should read up on. Okay, here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. This card is upside down. Now, many of you who have been watching your sister, you know what this card means. This card is upside down. Upward, this is the disruption card. Now, this young man is missing. Had this card been upward, that is to here. Had this card been upward, the spirit was trying to let us know, due to a disruption that's going on with Marcus, the fact that he's missing, it would have been due to his doing. Okay? It would have been due to his doing. The disruption is starting from the top to the bottom. This would have been his doing. Okay? But when this card is upside down, the disruption the disruption concerning Marcus, the fact that he is missing, was not his doing. Okay? So the fact that our brother Marcus is missing, it's not something of his doing. It's like somebody took a rug and snatched it up under his feet. And you see how he's falling head first? This was not Marcus doing. Had it been upward, I would say Marcus left on his own. He just walked away. What happened to him, it wasn't something that he planned, okay? It was not his doing. Somebody else took part in this right here. Or shall I say caused this. Oh, boy. The next card is upside down. Upward, this is celebration and rejoice. When I look at this card right here, concerning our brother Marcus, had this card been upward, it would have been a sign that there will be celebration, rejoice and celebration, as far as finding him and knowing what has happened to him, one or the other, okay? We might find out maybe one, but not the other. Let me just say that, or it could be both. This is a good omen concerning what happened to Marcus, that he will be found and we will receive. Not only will he be found, but the perpetrator will be caught. Let me just say that. This is upside down. There shall be no celebration in this matter. By this card being upside down, it can mean one or two things. He will not be found, or the perpetrator won't be caught. or if they authorities do have suspicion of a suspect, they might not have enough evidence to, you know, charge them and arrest them. This is not a good omen, period. Okay. Or it can mean that, Marcus is deceased. Okay. Allegedly. See, the spirit always give me confirmation. This card is upside down, family. Let me let you see it. Let you see it. I'm going to turn it upward, okay? This card represents the light. Represents the light. When I'm doing missing cases, when this card pops up, it lets me know. It gives me an idea of where the person could be, whether they're buried or they are, if they are deceased. Let me just say it like that. This card will let me know whether they are above ground or underground. Okay. This is someone who's in the light. So that means this is someone who's, if they're missing, they're outside. That means the sunlight, that means they can go outside and sunlight hit their body, whether they're alive or not. Okay. Right here, this is the opposite. This could mean allegedly if he's not with us, okay? He's somewhere hidden. I'm trying to choose my words very carefully. He's somewhere hidden to where he's not outside, okay? He's inside. He is hidden, okay? I'm gonna say it like that, all right? He's not outside in the spotlight. He's not outside, period. This card also represents renewal of life and contentment and growth. Okay? This card represents renewal of life and contentment and growth. It's upside down. It's upside down. The next card is upside down. Upward. This is movement, choices, and decisions. Okay? This is someone, had this card been upward, we would have said Marcus, was making some movement. He had some choices to make. He had these doors to go through. All right, he had options. Okay, this card represents options, decisions, and someone who has options. They have several doors to go through. Okay, upside down, movement, choices, and decisions. This is someone who wasn't able to make any movement, shall I say. See up here, there are doors that are open. They're making movement and choices. This is someone who was not able to make movement and choices. This is someone who had some choices to make, but it was not in their power to make those choices, shall I say. It's kind of like they were like blindsided, shall I say. Freely to go through any door, freely to make a choice and decision and walk through any door. Right here, they're not able to. They need to, but they're not able to for whatever reason. And remember this right here, trapped in fear, mental, it's a mental. Right here, this is rest and rejuvenate. This is someone who is feeling stressed. They have gone through something and they are resting and rejuvenating. Now, with my readings, my readings have timelines to them, okay? So I'm going to say it like this. In this particular timeline, whatever our brother Marcus was going through, all right, he needed to rest and rejuvenate. He needed to get himself together, all right? Because there's a lot going on. And as I stated, I do sense that he is spiritual. All right. So he's a person of faith. He needed to really just go inside and get answers because whatever he's going through, those answers, he can't get them on the outside. He had to go inside, all right, to get those answers. All right. The next card is upside down. As you see, I do not like upside down cards because pretty much the opposite of what you're looking at. Upward, this is heartache and loss. Okay? We can look at this card from two perspectives. This card was upside down. By being upward, this is someone who is suffering with heartache and loss. Whatever that is, whatever this card means to them, okay, when it comes to heartache and loss. And this is someone who's not dealing with heartache and loss from a personal perspective, okay? And if they was once dealing with it, they're not anymore, okay? Now, I would like to believe that he's still with us. That's really what I want to believe, but I'm not doing this reading based on what I want, my thoughts. All I'm doing is being led by the spirit, and I'm interpreting these cards as I see them. I will read up on this card. It has additional meaning because I do want many of you to receive clarity. Now, when I look at this reading, it's really like a big old puzzle, but the answers are there as far as what led up to Marquez Duncan presently being missing, okay? You can also look at this card from the perspective that it's upside down. If it's not personal concerning Marcus, you can look at it also from the perspective that his family may not be dealing with heartache and loss, meaning it's a possibility that he could be alive. And this is what I want to believe. But hold on, let me just see something. Let me just see something. All right, I'm going to read up on this card, but what I'm sensing in the spirit, this is more personal. As I stated earlier, I wanted Marcus to tell his story. Um, when I'm picking up with this card right here, I'm picking up that if Marcus was once dealing with a heartache and loss, let me just say that he was coming out of it. Okay, he was coming out of heartache and loss. Okay, whatever that meant to him. But I will read up on this card so we all can see some clarity concerning this card. And then a lot of times, let me just say this, a lot of time when I get certain cards, if you look at the images, a lot of time it can give you an idea of where a person could be also. Let me just say that. All right. And if you look at this picture, it looks like someone's closed in. They're not outside, but they're inside of something. They are closed in. Okay. And you do see concrete with brick. You see the person inside of something. All right. So keep that in mind also. The next card is moving on. When I get this card right here, a lot of times, when I'm doing readings concerning the myths, and a lot of times, the spirit is trying to let me know that the person is no longer with us. Okay. This card represents moving on. This card can also represent that the person walked away, but I'm not picking up on that about Marcus. I'm not picking up on that he ran away at all. Now this card saying moving on, it speaks for itself, all right? A lot of times I get this card, it can mean a person had transitioned, okay? And I'm not saying that he has transitioned, okay? I'm just saying a lot of times when I get this card concerning the missing, a lot of times that's pretty much the case, all right? So this card speaks about moving on. The next card is memories of love. When I get this card right here, a lot of times concerning the missing, the person is deceased, and the parents slash family are having a vigilant. Okay, or it can be the spirit just letting us know behind the scenes the family are having like vigilant, coming together and on behalf of Marcus, seeking answers and loving support from family and friends, all right, concerning their loved ones. But I don't care for seeing this card either. I really don't. But this is memories of love, okay? And this card is the waiting game. This card is upward. With this card right here, as you see, it's like somebody is walking around, they are waiting. This card also represents someone who's had a decision to make as well. Okay, it's kind of like it's kind of like they're just sitting there waiting for something. Okay, this card is upward, and you can also look at this card from another perspective. I'm always saying look at the picture, because picture tells you a lot. You can also look at this card from perspective. This person sitting around, like I said, it represents the waiting game, and they're waiting on something as well. They have a decision to make. Okay, you can look at this right here. This represents fruitful, and this represents barren. Okay, a lot of times this card is upside down. It represents time is up. Okay, that which they're trying to get to. Okay, they're still waiting. They're still waiting. I'm gonna read up on this card. It has additional meaning, and all I'm doing is interpreting what the card represents. Okay, I don't want to leave anything out. All right, but this is the waiting game card. Someone who has a decision to make, and they are sitting around waiting for something to happen. The last card speaks for itself. This is emotional loss. You can look at it from a perspective. Marquise was dealing with emotional loss, okay, from his point of view, or it can be representing his family dealing with the emotional loss because he is still presently missing. Now I'm getting ready real quick. I feel led by the spirit to read up on oops, sorry. I'm going to read up on this card right here, trapped in fear. It was upside down. I'm going to read up on spiritual union. I'm going to read up on the disruption card. I'm going to read up on heartache and loss. I'm going to read up on passion initiated, but we know this card was upside down. I just want many of you to receive clarity. Because like I said, there are loved ones that are watching, and I'm also going to read up on the waiting game. Okay? So I'm going to leave these cards sitting upward. So many of you can receive clarity on these two. Because he's trying to tell us something. Only his family would really, really know because they know him. So give me a minute, family. And I appreciate you all patience. Okay. Well, the first card is Trapped in Fear. This card right here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it right here. First card is Trapped in Fear. Yep, is to hear, and it was upside down. I'm going to read the full meaning of this card. This card reveals that it's actually your own fear that has you immobilized and trapped, preventing you from making decisions. Remember this card right here? It represents somebody who has decisions to make also. This card reveals that it's actually your own fears that has you immobilized and trapped, preventing you from making decisions or choices. You are the one who's holding yourself prisoner or hostage. And in order to continue your journey, you must first face your fears so that new people and conditions can manifest. Many individuals choose to stay in this place because they can't see the road ahead. They feel a misguided sense of safety and they're afraid of starting something new. But staying will only add to your level of stress and anxiety and create adverse effects in your physical body. Okay? Seek out wise counsel for assistance. You don't have to do this alone, but know that you possess all the tools that you need to free yourself. This period will end when you use your mind to cut through the limitation caused by your emotions. So it let you know that he was still going through, he was going through something personal, but it was mental, all right? He was pretty much dealing with a mental conflict. And that's the one who does a lot of overly thinking. They also have a lot of fear-based thoughts. And also it can be someone who don't know how to let things go as well. Okay. Them feeling trapped in a situation that they could be in or could have taken part in, they feel like there's no way out. All right, they feel like there's no way out. It's pretty much like he got himself in something that he wants out, and it's a way out. But in his mind, he still feels trapped. If you know what I mean, he still feels trapped due to the situation that he's in. But he can get out because these bars are an illusion. See, they're an illusion. He can get out, but it's due to his own thinking. Okay, if he really want to get out bad enough, he could have got out of the situation that he was in. The next card, the spiritual union. Help ears to hear. This card deals with relationships involving an emotional bond. It could be between new lovers, kindred souls, family members, friends, business associates, or partners. It could even relate to a project or a specific situation. This would be the perfect time to realize that all friendships are really about you. Notice when you interact with different people. And what stands out to me is when we talk about friendships and how you encounter people and having friendships with them, it's really, is a reflection of, you as a person, all right? Notice when you interact with different people in your life, are they giving you energy? Do you hear that, family? Are they giving you energy or taking it away? Is there an even exchange? There should be an equal balance between giving and receiving energy. Relationships are a mirror image of your own life. They reflect how you feel and treat yourself and how you react and respond to various situations and individuals around you. Each and every union is an opportunity for soul growth. The next card I'm going to do is this disruption card. A sudden, usually unforeseen disruption or major change is happening or is about to take place. Even if it appears to be a negative experience, it can lead to enlightenment or a total shift in your lifestyle. In traditional tarot meaning, this card represents the falling tower that eventually crumbles due to its weak foundation. Whatever part of your life you focus on, this is an opportunity to rebuild with a solid positive structure to make you or the situation even stronger. There are even times when the most difficult situations arise in your life. If you choose to, they can act as a catalyst to heal other areas. They beneficial because truly your greatest teacher. Learn from past mistakes. Do you hear that, family? Learn from past mistakes, accept them, and integrate them into your life as stepping stones. This card also represents to be forewarned is to be forearmed. This disruption card is a reminder that the negative thinking, limited belief, ignoring problematic situations, and risky or careless lifestyle must be addressed so that positive change can take place. And family, I hate to say it, but the fact that our brother's missing, this card is really telling you what really went down. Okay, you have ears to hear. I'm going to read that one more time. This disruption card is a reminder that negative thinking, limited beliefs, ignoring problematic situations, and risky or careless lifestyle must be addressed so that positive change can take place. Life has a habit of moving you forward, whether you're ready or not. Transformation of body, mind, and soul can happen if you view this dramatic time or change as an opportunity for growth in the future. You may look back and be thankful for this opportunity. So this by this card being upside down, it speaks about addressing a situation, okay, that can become problematic. All right. So as we see, it was something going on with Marquise in the background in his life. Okay. Things were going on behind the scenes, shall I say, that only he knows about and his family knows. There was a situation that needed to be addressed. Let me just say that. Because this brother, he had some decisions to make, and for some reason, it's like it was hard for him to find a way out. Okay, it seemed like to me he got himself into a situation he wanted a way out of that situation. Let me just say that. And it also speaks about careless lifestyles. All right, and that can be due to getting involved with the wrong people and groups. Let me just say that because it just popped up in my spirit. Hang with the wrong crowd or groups. This card is upside down. You have ears to hear. I want to read the full meaning of this card. The meaning of this card revolves around disappointment, sorrow, and separation, which can cause upheaval and distress. It takes all the strength you have at this moment in order to move past the pain and heal your heart. This is talking about Marquise now. Have ears to hear. The love that has been given to another should now be forced on you. Although you might look at this card as being negative, it can act as a tremendous catalyst, encouraging you to move on. Okay, so this card speaks about how somebody needs to move on as well. Okay, remember this card right here, the waiting game? It's one that has decisions to make. The painful experience of life are just as valuable as the joyous one. You may not appreciate that sentiment at this challenging time, but life does have a way of pushing you forward, even though you may not always know the final destination. As you endure this period, learn not to dwell on the past, but use your strong mental control to deal with your emotion. Have faith in knowing that you will get through it. Okay? Now this card is upside down, so obviously, he wasn't presently dealing with heartache and lows. It seems to me that he was moving past it. He was moving forward. So the fact that he's missing, it has nothing to do with this scenario right here of him presently dealing with heartache and loss. Okay, he was pretty much moving past it, or getting through it, overcoming it. Okay, whatever this is, whatever this means to him. Okay, when it comes to a loss, the spirit just let us know that whatever happened to him, he wasn't presently dealing with this right here. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like he was moving past this, and he would get to that place of healing to where this wasn't really affecting him like that. Okay, he wasn't presently dealing with that. But I will continue because there's a whole lot more that needs to be revealed. Let me just say that I have to do the other backup reading. The next card is Passion Initiated. It is upside down. Give me a minute, family. Okay, this card is upside down. Help ears to hear. The first sight of spirit card signifies that this is a time to let your soul soar. New beginnings, ideas, revelation, and exciting adventures await you in your personal or business life. Now, that would be true had this card been upward. This card was upside down. So what I'm speaking about, it is the opposite of what this card is saying, okay? Creative endeavor, enthusiasm, positive energy, and a renewal spiritual strength are at an all-time high. The powerful force of spirit is flowing through you. With it comes a new sense of purpose. But he wasn't feeling like that at this time, okay? Be all that you can be. Reach inside and tap into the force. Use it to move forward and set up a strong foundation for the future. Other people may feel your excitement and joy and begin to benefit from the sparks of life that's emanating from you. They'll wonder what's your secret, and your energy could even initiate their own spiritual journey. Follow your intuition, but know that this is your time to spread your wings. So everything I just said, okay, according to the spirit, in this particular timeline, Marcus wasn't feeling like that. Okay. I'm not gonna really say he was depressed, but this is close to it. This is the one who spark within started to fizzle. Something was going on with this young man. Okay, I'm calling him a young man because he's 22 years old. Something was going on with him. In this particular timeline, he wasn't feeling so good about himself. Let me just say that. All right. Everything I just described, had this card been upward, this would have been him. Okay, feeling good from the inside out. But right here, he wasn't feeling like that. In this particular timeline in his life, he wasn't feeling like that. Something was going on with him. Okay. The next card is heartache and loss, and it is upside down. The meaning of this card revolves around disappointment, sorrow, and separation, which can, I think I just read this card already. I'm going to read it again, just in case. The meaning of this card revolves around disappointment, sorrow, and separation, which can cause upheaval and distress. It takes all the strength you have at this moment in order to move past the pain and heal your heart. The love that, oh yeah, I read it already. I apologize. I did read this card already. Okay. The next card is the waiting game. This card indicates that you've worked hard to set things in motion in certain areas of your life, and you're now waiting for the results to come into fruition. Do you hear that, family? The number two is all about choices and decisions. In the past, you may have been afraid of making decisions or choices, but now you're no longer held prisoner by this fear or the constraint of old beliefs. Expect the best and be open to the limitless powers of your intuition. Excuse me, which is presently very strong. Trust and use it to assist you. Achievement and success are assured, but once obtained, don't let it change you. Remember who you are, the efforts that it took to get you to this point, and the gratitude you need to show to the people who helped you. Stay on your spiritual path, for it will continue to guide you on your soul, on your journey of your soul. Mhm. So anyway, this, like, as I stated, this card represents someone who has some decision and choices to make. Okay, it pretty much represents the waiting game. Now, a lot of times when my cards are looking like this, it's telling me a lot about Marcus. All right, but I still want more clarity. So I'm getting ready to switch it up, and I'm getting ready to use my angel deck. I want Marcus to tell his story. He's giving us a little background, okay, but it's still not really telling me enough. Let me just say that it's still not really telling me enough that I want as far as me receiving the full clarity that I'm looking for. Okay, I don't want nobody watching that happen to know him, and they feel like they're still not really receiving clarity. So I'm getting ready to dive a little more deeper, and I'm getting ready to use my angel deck. I want Marcus to tell his story. Seeking clarity concerning Marquez Duncan. Marcus, tell your story. What happened to you? What led up to you being missing? She throw things in the dark, pretty much your mom's life. What led to your disappearance, Marcus? Tell your story. What led to your disappearance? What were you thinking? How were you feeling? What led to your disappearance? Tell your story, Marcus. Tell your story. Okay, we are complete. Now, I will say this, I feel a little baffled because a lot of time when I'm doing my reading concerning the missing, um, certain cards will pop up letting me know that uh, if this wasn't the person, as far as like if it wasn't their own doing, as far as walking away, my reading would let me know that if there is a perpetrator, it would let me know if they knew the perpetrator. It would also let me know whether the perpetrator was, someone who's a stranger or someone close to, okay, the victim. Let me just say that, the person interest. So far, I'm still not seeing that. Okay, I'm still not seeing that, and so I'm going to just hold R. I might have to maybe do one more spread with my tarot deck because when it comes to that couple card, and like I said, it could be two male friends, a male and female. It was showing harmony, and it was not showing no disruption there. It wasn't showing no lack of harmony. That it could be someone involved as far as Marcus being missing due to that person being of interest, shall I say. I'm still not really seeing that yet. Okay. So I don't want to speak too soon on what it could be. I'm going to let the spirit do the talking. All right. As I stated, this is Marcus telling a story. So I'm just right now being led by the spirit and interpreting these cards. These are my angel deck. I love using these cards because to me they go in a little more deeper. All right, they give us an idea of a person mindset, how they were feeling, and also a little background as far as what was going on that led up to why the person is missing. Okay, so let me go ahead with this. So right here, once again, this is the Unity card. This is Archangel Xenophon. This card says here, traditional viewpoint or method, spiritual organizations seek out mentors and like-minded friends. This card also represents unity, okay? The next card is upside down. When I turn it upward, this is full of water, but it was upside down. Keep that in mind. Missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to possibility. Now, this card was upside down. So, what it's telling me is Marcus was not bored. And when it comes to opportunity that had presented itself to him, he didn't miss the opportunity. Okay. I'm sensing that whatever this means, he faced things pretty much head on. Okay. I'm not sensing that he had missed an opportunity whatsoever. Uh, had that been the case, this card would have been upward. All right. And also, had it been that he was feeling at this particular timeline, feeling discontent and bored, this card would have been upward. So he's pretty much in the spirit trying to let us know this has nothing to do with why he went missing. Okay, it's not like he was feeling discontent and he was feeling bored and he just walked away. All right. The next card is the Empress, Archangel Gabriel. Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself and others. So this is a good omen right here. This pretty much speaks about Marcus' background. Um, it pretty much, when I look at this card right here, what pops up in my spirit, just let me know this young man had a strong family foundation, okay? Um, and he was someone that had a lot of dreams and he was going for it. I mean, he was really, trying to make something happen. Let me just say that. Also, he was someone, when I pick it up in the spirit, he would do for others. But according to the spirit, it's saying that not only would he do for others, okay, but he also needs to think about himself and pamper Marcus as well. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do so much for others, we neglect ourselves. That was the spirit was trying to say. And this is pretty much clarity, for the family and confirmation for the family because they know him better than I do. All I'm doing is interpreting the card. I'm just led by the spirit. But as I stated, it says lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Okay. The next card is Two of Water. A relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. Do you hear that? Certain cards I'm going to read up on, I'll let you know that right now. And the one I'm going to read up on, I'm going to turn them sideways. I will do that. Okay? I'm going to definitely read up on this card. I'm going to turn it sideways as well as I'm going to read up on this card. And y'all remember the other deck I used. Remember you kept saying that harmony card, as far as Marcus, having harmony with somebody. That's who this card is talking about. Let me read that again. A relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. All right. Only his family would know how true this is, as well as his close friends and associates. So it does speak about a conflict as well. All right. The next card is upside down. This card is Eight of Water. Have ears to hear. Please have ears to hear with this card. A desire to move on. The search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. Now, let me say this. This card was upside down. It says a desire to move on. Marcus did not have a desire to move on. Remember the move on card family that we saw? And I'll tell you all the different meanings concerning that card. This is upside down. He did not have a desire to move on. If he did, this card would have been upward. He searched for something more meaningful. Remember the boredom card that you saw? All right. I think it was upside down. Marcus was not bored. Okay. It's not like he walked away. He was bored. All right. And he wanted, and he was seeking some kind of change. Okay. The search for something more meaningful. No, that wasn't the case concerning Marcus. He's trying to tell us something. Him being missing, the fact that he's missing, it was not of his doing. Okay. It was not of his doing. The next card, Seven of Fire. Defend your belief and decision. Stand your ground. Choose your battle wisely. Thank you, Spirit, for confirmation and letting us know there was a conflict. Marcus needed to choose his battle wisely. He was confronted by somebody. Yes, indeed. He was confronted by somebody. And it seemed like to me he was caught off guard, too. It says, defend your belief and decisions. Stand your ground. Choose your battle wisely. And remember that word decision? Margaret had some decisions to make. Remember that? I'm going to read up on this card. I'm going to turn it sideways. Thank you, Spirit, for confirmation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This card is upside down. This is Two of Air. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. So had this card been upward, according to the spirit, it's like it's saying, had it been upward, Marcus would have been in a situation where he had a decision to make, but he was unable to make a decision. And he was dealing with something behind the scenes to where he was pretending there is no problem, but this is upside down. So everything I just said is the opposite of what this is saying right here. Okay. What I'm saying is being able to be unable and unwilling to make a decision. He was able to make a decision, okay? But But if someone has caused harm to him, all right, and stop him from doing something, he would not be able to make a choice. Okay, that choice was made for him. Let me just say that. I'm going to read up on this card so maybe you can receive clarity. The next card is the Emperor. Archangel Michael. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. According to the spirit, Marquez Duncan had leadership qualities, okay? And he was someone who thought that I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted. He was someone that was a part of organizations and groups, and he thought his thought process was he was someone who think very logic, and he was a very disciplined individual, okay? So by him being, as they say, he was in school, college. I think I heard something about he was in a fraternity. All right. It can be speaking from that perspective as well. Okay, him being in groups, and the fact that I'm hearing the word fraternity, got me scratching my ears and head, shall I say? The next word is the dreamer, Archangel Metatron. A leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. He's trying to tell us something, family. This is Marcus telling his story. All right. The next card is Eight of Fire. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Y'all remember that card that I had earlier? I don't see it right now, but hold on. Here it is. Y'all remember right here, the waiting game? Remember this? Let's keep going. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things happening at once. So there's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes. The next card is upside down. Upward, this is Knight of Air. This describes somebody intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully weigh your option. Creative solutions. But this card was upside down. Okay? It was upside down. In this particular timeline, this card speaks about events or a event. Let me just say that, okay? They had occurred with great speed. All right. Take time to carefully review your option, creative solution. I'm going to read up on this card because whatever I just spoke about, family, it's the opposite of what this card is saying. And I want many of you to receive clarity. All right. But these cards do have additional meaning to them. The next card is Knight of Fire. This card describes somebody passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. See how it speaks about like something just popped off, you know, something that wasn't planned. It's like an event that just happened, and that's a need of immediate attention. It was something that jumped out on that particular day. All right. It's kind of like the way I see it, it's kind of like, if, for instance, if he was at home, it's like he could have maybe gotten a call. He just happened to jump up and leave. Or he, or somebody could have told him, oh, something just happened. You got to be here. Come here quick. That's the vibe I'm getting with this card right here. I'm going to read up on this card. It says events, a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. think things through carefully. It's like whatever this is, it's like it's an event, it's something that happened real fast. And it's like he didn't really have time to really think, but it required him to think before he act, if you know what I mean. It seemed like to me he acted real fast due to this event, and he didn't take time to really think it through carefully, shall I say. Okay, I'm going to read up on this card as well. The next card is upside down. Upward, this is Five of Fire. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. I'm going to read up on this card. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. The next card is upside down. Upward, this is Knight of Earth. This card describes somebody loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. Now, I'm not saying that Marcus is none of these, but this card was upside down. Let me just say that, okay? Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments, a guardian angel, okay? But this card was upside down. So whatever I just read is speaking about something. It's speaking about the opposite of something that I just read up here, okay? Concerning Marcus. I will read up on this card. The next card is upside down. This card is Ace of Earth. The inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. So something is going on here because this card was upside down. Now, I'm not saying that any of this is not true, but maybe the fact that he's missing and this card is upside down, maybe speaking from the perspective that he won't be able to experience any of this because he's not around. Okay, it can be that, or the fact that it's upside down is speaking the opposite of an inflow of abundance. Okay, I'm going to read up on this card too. The last card is upside down. Upward, this card is Seven of Water. A complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. It's upside down. It's a complex decision. Okay. Was there a complex decision that he needed to make? I'm going to read upon this card. Unity. Working in groups enrich you right now. And you drew this card because it's time for you to expand your circle of friends or join a group. For example, you may want to enroll in school or become part of a spiritual organization, just an organization, period, family. This is also a ultimate time to make friends with supportive new people who have integrity and a strong moral compass. This card speaks about unity, period, as far as the spirit trying to let us know that Marcus wanted to be a part of something, and that something was like in a group setting. And I did hear that he was in a fraternity. I don't know if he was actually in a fraternity or he was trying to sign up to be in a fraternity, whatever the case may be. But this speaks about him yearning for to be a part of something, okay, in a group. But it speaks about unity, period, all right? Hooking up with people, groups, organizations. It's also time to question and review any rules. Now, listen, family. It's also time to question and review any rules, restriction, or limited beliefs that have been placed around your current situation by you or by others to make sure that they're fair to everyone involved. This can lift any previous blocks to the manifestation of your goals. I don't know why something popped up in my spirit about this group he was in, because certain words are standing out to me, you know, that's talking about, you know, how he should question and review any rules, restrictions, or limited beliefs that has been placed on him in a situation, not only by him or by others. Who are these others? This other speaking about a group, okay? Others mean more than one person. You know, were there people that were trying to get him to do something that I'm not gonna say it's against his will because we have free will, but were there people or groups that he was involved with that were trying to get him that was trying to get to do him to do something that was against his beliefs, shall I say? They were like very strict rules that were involved, that were in place that he needs to follow, shall I say, to be a part of something. Additionally, meaning to this card, expect, I'm sorry, expert or mentor. The search for meaning in life, having faith in a group of people, school and spiritual institution. Hmm. Having faith in a group of people. That don't sit well with me. It really doesn't. That card does not sit well with me. The next card, the Empress. Your creatively and hardworking are bringing you great rewards. According to this card, you have the Midas touch right now. So anything you nurture and give your loving attention to will flourish. Marriage, children, and issues involving motherhood and creatively are positive, effective now. I think this card was upside down though. Missing. No, it was upward. Okay. Whether you're trying to give birth to a child, nurture life into plants or pets, or help a new project or business to grow, your creative endeavor will be successful. Enjoying the beautiful things in life, knowing that you deserve to be wonderfully provided for. Take excellent care of your body with massage, yoga, or anything that makes you feel healthy, vibrant, and luxurious. Additionally, meaning to this card, abundance, spending time in nature, indulging in creative and artistic projects, loving and nurturing yourself or others, a time of excellent emotional or physical health. The next card, Two of Water. Two people, two people are sharing a close relationship right now. A fond relationship continues to deepen. A love affair is moving to a new level of intimacy. Mutual love, respect, and understanding have developed between the parties. Your relationship is healing and continued. Contentment is still, I'm sorry, commitment is still possible. Let me read that one more time because the phone made a noise. Your relationship is healing and continued. Commitment is still possible. Now is not the time to leave a relationship. Difficulties between people or groups comes to a positive resolution. Conflict ends and forgiveness is extended. Additionally, means to this card, romance, sexual attraction, engagement, kindred spirit, and unexpected gift, shared ideals. The next card is Seven of Fire. Stand your ground and don't back down. You might need to defend your beliefs or decisions, and you will be successful. It's important to assert yourself and go for what you want. There's strength in adversaries, and you got what it takes. Stand up for your convictions. Stay alert and vibrant. Don't drop your guard just because you're in the right. Others may envy what you possess. Additionally, to this card, choosing your battle wisely, learning to say no, self confidence, courage, challenging those in power, preserving. I'm gonna tell you what's standing out to me with this card right here, because this young man is still presently missing. Choosing your battle wisely, learning to say no, and challenging those in power. That's what stands out to me the most with this card right here. And also, don't drop your guard. Others may envy what you possess. Mm. Um, He's really trying to tell us something. He really is. It's like a freaking puzzle. For some reason, I don't know why, I'm sensing something around the school. I can't put my hand on it yet. I don't know if due to the organization he was in, something may have jumped off. Let me see something. Two of air. This card was upside down. You're struggling with a decision. You have conflicting emotions or thoughts about which way to move. So you're avoiding making a choice. Intuitively, you know what to do, but you're afraid to act and are at an impasse. Have faith in your own wisdom and move forward. There's a stalemate between parties. Do you hear that, family? There's a stalemate between parties. Compromise is called for. Find an important mediator to forge a resolution. So this is speaking about conflict. Additionally to this card, overanalyzing a situation, pretending there is no problem, complex, negotiation, self-doubt. The next card is Knight of Fire. This card describes a situation. A significant situation requires your immediate and full attention. While time is of the essence, it's important to avoid making rash decisions. Enthusiasm and self assuredness are wonderful so long as they aren't separated from wisdom and caution. People, a person who's passionate about anything he or she takes on, a take charge individual who moves quickly with confident and certainty on behalf of loved ones or beloved causes, fearless, loyal, charismatic, self assured, adventurous, restless, and possible impatient, or insist when it comes to having his or her own way. The next card, Knight of Air. I don't know if I read this card or not. Let me see. Okay. Knight of Air. This card describes a situation. Events in your life go into high speed. Your plans can now be implemented and you should see a great deal of activity. Intellect and creativity rules the day. So adapt to non-traditional viewpoints. Take the time to consider, choose your choices carefully. People, an extremely intelligent person who has the ability to act fast and think even faster. A genuine go-getter who is unstoppable in support of a cause, idealistic, decisive, knowledgeable, tireless, assertive, sometimes tactless. Additionally, to this card, an unanticipated situation or conflict, an impulsive decision, a knight in shining armor. What stands out to me with this card right here is an unanticipated situation or conflict. So we know there was a conflict. Yes, it was. Five of fire. You're experiencing some challenges. Other people around you hold different goals and values, and their disagreement as to how to proceed along with a clash of will. That's conflict, family. Okay? This, according to the spirit, Marquis is trying to tell us something. He's speaking about somebody that's close to him, people or groups. Okay? And there was a conflict. All right? And it also speaks about differences when it comes to values, okay? Difference in goals and values, all right? Other people around you hold different goals and values, and there's disagreement as to how to proceed along with a clash of wills. Success is still possible, but it takes great effort. You may enjoy this type of challenge, or it may exhaust you. This is a competitive situation. It will be necessary for everyone to try to understand one another's viewpoint. There is a need for clarity in order to come to a resolution. Additionally, to this card, athletic, competition, nuisance, the need to set priorities, being caught in the middle, bothersome details. The next card is Knight of Earth. Situation. It's time to get things done. Leave the planning stage behind and take action. Honor your promise and commitment. Attend to the details and be thorough. People, someone you can expect to be loyal, dedicated, and dependable. A well trained person who does an excellent job over time. A nurtured and animal lover who may be a vegetarian, detail oriented, diligent, thoughtful, honorable, and kind. Additionally, to this card, renew motivation, increase abundance, business travel, a guardian angel. The next card is Ace of Earth. Significant abundance flows to you now. You may get a promotion, salary increase, or an unexpected money. Now, I believe this card was upside down, family, but I'm going to read everything anyway. If you're starting a new business, the venture will likely succeed. The foundation for prosperity has been well laid. It's also a good time to make an investment. Consider any opportunities carefully. You may soon receive some important legal documents, contracts, or correspondence. Additionally, to this card, receipts of a gift, improving health, earning a degree, significant purchase, excellent luck. All right, family. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm going with an hour and 38 minutes, but what I'm going to do, I want to go right back over with one more short reading. I want to go right back over what I want to know. I'm going to set my attention, being led by the Spirit. Give me a minute here. I'm seeking more clarity from Marcus. I'm seeking more clarity from Marcus because Marcus knows his situation. He knows what jumped out. I'm setting my attention. I want to know, Marcus, who did this to you? Was it somebody you knew? Was it a stranger? Seeking more clarity, Marcus. What led up to your disappearance? What led up to your disappearance, Marcus? What happened? Seeking more clarity. What led up to your disappearance? What temptation involved? What led up to your disappearance? Seeking more clarity, Marcus. Oh my God. This card just popped out. If it's meant for this card I'm sure I'm going to show it to you. If it's meant for it to come back up, it will, okay? It will. That's the seeking spiritual strength card. But if it's meant for it to come back up, it will. All right, family. The spirit not going to give me any more information. Oh, it's like the more I dig, I feel like I'm going kind of like in circles. The answers are here. Just a matter of like a puzzle, trying to put all the pieces together. But anyway, oh boy, I can't make this up. I tell you right now, I cannot make this up. You said how that popped right back up. It popped right back up. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. The spirit knows all things. It knows all things. Mm. It seemed like to me the same cards pop back up again. I'm going to be honest with you, family. What I'm seeing right here, okay? I'm just led by the spirit. It seemed like to me that I'm not seeing like just an individual, shall I say. It seemed like to me it was an event. Something had jumped off concerning our brother Marcus. And it could be with a person or groups. I'm sensing more groups more than anything. But it seemed like to me it was a situation that was out of his control. And it seems like whatever went down, it was really not of his doing. This is what I'm getting out of it. Okay. Um, because Marcus is not really telling, he's not really, I'm not really led to throw out any cards as far as, putting a perpetrator out here, whether it's a stranger or, but he is giving me some clarity behind the scenes, as far as what could have been bothering him. Let me just say that. So anyway, this card right here is upside down. Upward, this is a transformation card. Okay. When it comes to the mist, and a lot of time when I get this card right here, um, it speaks about transformation. Okay. It speaks about a time of ending. All right. This card also represents renewal and endings. Okay. Um, when it's upward, I see this as transformation, like spiritual transformation. Okay. It's how you look at it. People do evolve spiritually. And you can also look at it as transformation as far as, you know, um, transition, shall I say. Okay. There are different ways of looking at this card. The next card is a third eye chakra card. This is Marcus saying, I see. So I know I said that he was blindsided, but he saw what was going on. Okay. If he was here, he could tell you, uh, if there were people involved, he can tell you who were involved. All right. He was able to see what was going on that day he went missing. Let me just say that. It says, I see. Okay. So he see the situation for what it is. This card popped out. I put it back in the deck. It popped back out again. This is spiritual strength. It's upside down. This is someone who's seeking spiritual strength. Okay. This is someone, according to the spirit, is not seeking spiritual strength in this particular timeline. And maybe he wasn't seeking spiritual strength in this particular timeline because maybe he felt like he didn't have to seek spiritual strength. All right. Maybe he felt like whatever that was going on, that he was able to handle the task at hand. He was able to handle it. Okay. And that it didn't require for him to seek spiritual strength. But according to the spirit, he should have went within and sort out spiritual strength. Okay. Within. I've already explained what this card means. It popped up again. I cannot make this up, family. I can't make this up. This is concerning Marcus. This is someone who's really dealing with a mental conflict. And I've already explained what a mental conflict is. Okay. Go back over. I'll explain in detail what this card means. Okay. This is their own thinking that has them feeling like they're trapped in a situation that they cannot get out of, whether it be personal, you know, or they are in a situation that they don't want to be in. Let me just say that. Okay. But it's a mental. It's like in his head, this is how he feels like he's trapped and he can't find a way out. Okay. But everything is mental. Okay. It's how you think. You can think your way out of a situation if you choose to. But if you're dealing with a mental conflict, if you're feeling like this, you're feeling pretty much trapped in fear, but it's in your head. You really can get out of the situation if you really want to. Let me just say that. Maybe he felt like he couldn't due to consequences, had if he decided to step out for whatever reason. But this is right here is of nobody's doing. This is him. This is mentally feeling trapped in fear. All right. Overly thinking of words. Someone who can't let things go. Someone who is mentally feeling trapped in a situation they got themselves in. Okay. Dealing with a person or a group. This is upside down. Upward. This is emotional withdrawal. This card also represents moving away. When it's upside down, it represents moving away from a situation, maybe personal, moving away from, okay, a person or a group. All right. It can also be when it's upward. This is the one who's presently dealing with a emotional withdrawal. This is the one who, in this timeline, is not dealing with a emotional withdrawal. Okay. In this particular timeline, Marquez was not dealing with a emotional withdrawal. This is someone who's distancing themselves. I get tongue twisted, so forgive me. This is someone who's distancing themselves, okay, due to an emotional withdrawal. Okay, they're dealing with a loss, and this is someone who is not, or they are getting over it. Okay, so he's trying to let us know that this has nothing to do with him why he's missing. Okay, and I'm gonna go a little deeper. If he was dealing with something like this, if he was, due to the fact that he's missing, this has nothing to do with the situation, okay? What caused him to go missing had nothing to do with this, okay? If anything, he was pretty much coming out of this, all right? This is upside down, upward. This card is new beginnings. This is someone who's on top of the world. It speaks for itself. When it's upside down, this card represents endings, okay? This is beginnings, endings. And also, additional meaning to this card, it can be the fool as well. This card represents the fool as well, okay? When it's upward, this is one who's moving towards something. They're moving forward and they're moving towards something, to new beginnings, all right? And this is the opposite, endings, or feeling stagnant, like they can't move forward, all right? This is upside down. This is the scale. This card represents judgment. Upward, this card is speaking about the truth, all right? It speaks about also receiving clarity. Okay, you can look at this. You can look at this card from all kind of perspective. What I get out of this card concerning Marcus, due to the fact that he is missing. Okay, I'm going to leave it upside down. This is him not receiving clarity. It's kind of like, someone is giving him information, but he's not receiving all the facts. He's not receiving the truth. Okay, of the matter. He's not receiving clarity because it's upside down. Okay, whatever that was going on with him on it led up to him being missing. Marcus was not receiving clarity. Okay, he was not receiving the truth about a situation. Here we go again. Can't make this up. This card popped out again. This plays a big factor because Marcus is really trying to tell us something. Now, this card is upward. That is a good omen. Okay, this is a good omen. This is spiritual union. And when, like I said earlier, this card represents Marcus have a bond with somebody. And it doesn't have to be a female. It can be a male. This is someone that he knows. And this is also someone that he has a bond with. And it can be a male or a female. It can be a family member. It can be somebody from the past. Okay, someone he grew up with. Okay, this is someone he knows very well, and he has an emotional bond with them. It can be also a significant other. There's harmony here, okay, in the spiritual union. He knows this person, okay? His card is upside down. Upward, this is awareness. This is somebody who's aware of what's going on, okay? This is someone who's not. So you can also say this is one who's pretty much blindsided. They was not receiving the truth in the situation, okay? This is truth. This is receiving the truth. This is receiving clarity. This is the opposite of that, okay? This is Marcus saying, I was not aware of a situation, okay? He might see what's going on, but he still wasn't aware of a situation that was going on behind the scenes, okay? Marcus is saying, I have a strong family foundation. His family is very close. And Marcus pretty much wasn't wanting for anything. He had a strong family foundation. This is the solar plexus card. This card is saying, I can. This is saying, I can. I'm sensing in the spirit. This is Marcus saying, I can about something. You know, you can say he's saying I can achieve. I can be successful. You can say I can about a lot of things, but this is the mentality that he has. Okay, this is part of his character. He's saying I can. Okay, pretty much make things happen. He's saying I can, and if there was a situation that did arise on that particular day that he went missing, maybe he felt like he could handle it. Maybe he felt like he can get through it. He's giving off the vibration, I can, period. Okay, I can do this, whatever this is. Whatever this is, I can overcome this, I can do this. This popped back up again. I can't make this up. Marcus is trying to tell us something. He's letting us know, due to the fact that he's missing, it had nothing to do with him being discontent and bored. And also, but he was longing for change. Let me just say that. That's the additional meaning to this card. He was longing for change. He pretty much probably wanted to do something different, whatever that means to Marcus, okay? But he was not discontent and feeling bored. Let me just say that. It had nothing to do with him. That had nothing to do with the equation as far as why he is missing, okay? I know I'm not picking up on that. Not at all. So I'm seeing the transformation card, which to me is really never a good omen to tell you the truth. I'm seeing he's saying, I see. He's not receiving clarity. He's not receiving all the facts about the situation. He's not receiving truth about all. And also this card right here, family, it can also mean that when it concerning the family and his loved ones, whatever information, and this popped up in my spirit, whatever information that the family is receiving, as far as behind the scenes concerning Marcus, his disappearance, they're not receiving all the facts. They're not receiving all the truth. Okay, they're not receiving the truth about the matter. Let me just say that. Cause that popped up in my spirit also. Marcus want his family to know there's more to the story. Okay, they're not receiving the truth. His family is not receiving clarity. All right. So that popped up in my spirit. That's what he wants his family to know. All right. It's a lot more that's not being said concerning the surroundings of what led up to him being disappeared. Okay. And as I stated, this does not have to. This also doesn't have to mean a significant other. It also can mean groups and organizations. It's pretty much having a bond period with somebody. Okay. Marcus is saying, "I see." Can you elaborate, Marcus? Can you elaborate? Can you elaborate? You're not receiving the truth. Can you elaborate about the spiritual union? People don't elaborate about the Marcus, right? Elaborate about the spiritual union. Elaborate about not receiving clarity and the truth. What's behind that? Family, let me say this at the end of the day. I feel like Marcus got himself in a situation that he really didn't want to be in. And I do sense that he wanted a way out, whatever that is, whether it be in a relationship or in a group. Okay? Like this is what popped up in my spirit. Um, but I truly believe that due to his decision making, um, it was really up to Marcus how he chose to move out here. All right, that determines everything due to the choices that we make as a people, due to the choices that he choose to make. Okay. Um, After this spread, I'm going to be finished because I feel like I'm going in circles. He's really telling us what's really going on. It's a matter of, you know, putting the pieces together. And I'm really just doing it for the family and those that are close to him that happen to be watching. Um, because the answers are here. He's trying to tell us something. So I'm just seeking more clarity. Thank you, Spirit, for confirmation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I wanted for confirmation. Thank you. Thank you. The family needs to see this. Okay. Thank you. This is what I was looking for. Thank you. Okay. This is Marcus saying, I see. This is him putting out saying, not receiving the truth, not receiving clarity. And that also could be his family. The information is coming to them. They're not receiving the truth. It's more to the story. They're not receiving clarity. And this speaking about a spiritual bond that he has with a person. But it can be more than one person. Let me just say that now. It can be a person or group, but it's somebody that he knows that he's close to. They have a bond. It could be a best friend. It can be friends he grew up with, childhood friends, somebody from the past, or a family member. Keep that in mind. Or bonds of a group. Keep that in mind. Okay. The first card is wisdom. First card is wisdom. This is someone who's wise and they're looking back at a family structure, okay? But this family structure, they feel very inspired by family. So this is Marcus saying, I feel very inspired by my family, okay? So he was very pleased with his family structure, okay? Because it also represents wisdom, okay? So family has nothing to do with why he went missing. Let me just say that. So let's rule family out. They have nothing to do with it. Okay. This right here is upside down. Upward, this is I love. This is the heart chakra. Now, this card is upside down. This is Marcus saying I don't love. Now, it's two things. It could be Marcus doesn't love his significant other, someone that he's fond with. You know, he's falling out of love. Or it can be Marcus does not love the situation that he's in. Okay. And it can be group. Okay. It can be a group, people or groups. It can be that too. It can be a situation, his significant other, or group. Okay? Let me just say that. But he's saying, I don't love something. Okay? He don't love something or somebody. I'm going to read up on this card because I feel the need to. This is deception and envy. So Marcus possesses something that somebody was jealous of. Okay? Somebody was jealous of Marcus. All right? There was a lot of deception going on around Marcus. Okay, I want to read up on this card. His family needs to know what this card is saying. Okay, I want to turn it sideways. And also with this card, let me just say this: how well do Marcus know those who are around him? Are they telling him everything he needs to know? Was Marcus receiving all the facts in a situation? The next card is upside down. Upward, this is suffering and silence. Okay? Mark's trying to let us know he was not suffering in silence. And if he was suffering in silence, he was coming out of it. Okay, this card was upside down. So Mark is letting us know this right here does not play the equation as far as why he went missing. Okay, it's not like he was suffering in silence and he walked away. All right, this has nothing to do with why Marcus went missing. And as I stated, if he was dealing with depression, if he was dealing with suffering in silence, okay, right here in this timeline, he was coming out of that. Okay. I'm going to read up on this card too. This card is Marcus saying, I know. So he know what went down. Not only do he know, but he say, I see as well. This is Marcus saying, I know. Right here, this card is upside down. This card right here is triumph and success. Okay. When this card is upward, it gives me that, victory and success that Marcus will be found, or victory and success that whomever is involved, they will be charged. Okay, just victory and success as far as his family will get justice. Okay, as far as them receiving, as far as the authorities getting a hope to anybody that could be involved and them being charged. All right, this card is upside down, so there will be no triumph and success in this matter. Okay, so it doesn't look good at all as far as moving forward. It really doesn't. It really depends on the authorities, how much they dig and try to find out who's involved and what may have led up to Marcus being missing, okay? Or what caused his disappearance. I can't make this up. This is upside down. In this particular timeline, Marcus was not feeling at his best. He was not. He was not feeling at his best. He was not feeling passionate at all. I can't make this up. And it was really due to a situation that was going on due to mental conflict. Okay, it was due to a situation that was going on that he wanted out of. He's saying, I don't love. Okay, and a host of other things that these cards are showing that was going on behind the scenes. Okay, Marcus was not feeling his best in this particular timeline. Okay, he was not feeling passionate and full of life at all. Something was really bothering him. Right here, this is saying I want. This is Marcus. He's saying I want. Not only is he saying I can, but he's also saying I want. And what stands out to me in my spirit is I want out. And many of you remember that card that had popped up earlier. I want to show it real quick so you know what I'm talking about. It's the card of showing somebody behind bars, all right? Sorry for minutes ago. Right here. This is him saying, I want. He wanted out of a situation. Let me just say that. But it's due to a mental conflict. Everything is really in his head. He can get out if he really wanted to. If he really wanted to make it happen, he could have. And then maybe not. It depends on what the situation was. It could have been consequences getting out, you know? All right, I'm going to end this video. I'm going to read up on these two. So the family can receive some clarity. Is very important. And actually, I'm going to read up on this card as well, this one. For anybody who happens to be watching, I thank you for your love and supporting your sister. And just the support alone goes a long way. I appreciate you and I thank you so much. And please, if you happen to be watching, please hit the like button. Please share this video, okay? Sharing is caring, and you'd be surprised just the fact that information is getting out there. It can be very beneficial to the family, probably get an idea of what happened to their loved ones. Okay, the wisdom card. When a student is ready, the teacher will appear. This card illustrates that there's a spiritual teacher who's about to influence you or step into your life to impact his or her wisdom. Look around. Is there someone in your life who has the human education, knowledge, and ability to integrate spirituality and its law into the constraint of the physical world? This could be an accomplished person who offers guidance and inspiration and reminds you that you're so much more than a physical being. You are a spiritual being with an unlimited potential. You may have also drawn this card to confirm that it's time to reach out and find an organization or group. Let me read it one more time. You may have also drawn this card to confirm that it's time to reach out and find an organization or group or like-minded souls. Being part of a group where you can be yourself, share your thoughts, and get valuable feedback can infuse you and encourage you to be all that you can be. Kindred support helps you live life to your highest ideal, finding the true inspiration and enlightenment that's a part of your soul. But also with this card, it speaks about him feeling inspired by his family as well, okay? All right, the next card is deception and envy. This is a very important card. And actually, I'm going to say this card for last because this is a kicker right here. I'm going to read up on suffering and silence. The number 9 denotes completion. Are you finally ready to let go of those limited negative beliefs? Or are you allowing the issues in your life to become bigger than they really are? Your mind has been doing quite a job on you lately, and even your dreams may be trying to get your attention. When you learn to let go of the worry, despair, and sense of hopelessness, a positive new way of path will be shown to you. This card follows trapped in fear, but it was upside down. So keep that in mind, family, okay? This card follows trapped in fear. The number 8 mental card, when your fears are confronted, your mental anguish will continue. This is a reminder to take action and trust that your soul and the power of spirit will grasp you firmly by the hand and guide you, but you must take the first step towards healing and let go of the mental distress. Don't suffer in silence. Reach out for help that's available. The last card, deception and envy. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This card comes at a time when individuals or conditions aren't what they appear to be. How well do you really know the people around you? Are they telling you everything you need to know? In business, make sure you gather all the necessary information so that you're aware of and understand all the facts before continuing. You work hard. Don't let others take from you what is rightfully yours. Unfortunately, some people may be envious of your accomplishments. This card also represents a time of sudden and unexpected changes, or even when plans that you're undertaking may not turn out exactly the way you envision. Have a plan B as a fallback strategy to prevent future problems. Use this card as a reminder to be prepared. It's better to be safe than sorry. Whatever jumped off, Marcus was not prepared. Something jumped off. People around him were not being honest. They were not telling him everything he needed to know. A lot of information was being held back from him for whatever reason. Okay. For whatever reason, he was not receiving truth, nor clarity. And also his family is not receiving truth and clarity due to what has happened to him. They're not receiving all the facts. Let me just say that. All right. From those that knows him. It doesn't have to be male and female. It can be two males or friends, okay? It goes back, neighborhood friends that you grew up with, okay? It can be a group of them, groups. Fraternity, that's a group too. That's a bonding, okay? He was not receiving all the facts about a situation, period. It's like he went head on, because he says, I see, he went head on in the situation and he did not think it through. And the thing about it, whomever this person is or whomever they are, he's saying, I don't love. He could be saying, maybe I don't love what the situation that he's in, okay, or the person. All right. He's saying, I don't love. Something jumped off. He wasn't feeling good about it at all. He was not feeling good about it at all. So he was picking up on something in his spirit. Something in his spirit probably telling him, don't go. Don't go. But he did not heed it. He did not heed it at all. This what jumped off with Marcus. It was due to deception and envy, period. All right. From somebody that he knew, from someone or group of people that he knew that was not telling him all the facts of the situation that led to him being missing in the present. I am praying for the family that they will receive some kind of type of resolution concerning their loved ones. But this does not look good. This does not look good. I've done the best that I can do. No matter how I spend this family, no matter how I spend this, uh, strangers are not involved. Okay, it's not due to no stranger. Um, you know, I'm not really saying it's due to actually a significant person, like one person. Uh, I'm saying multiple people that are involved here. All right, just the fact that it speaks about groups, period, organizations. Okay, somebody knows something, but they're not talking. They're not talking. There would be no triumph and success in this matter. Much love to the family. I'll be praying for you. You'll be in my prayers. I will lift you up in prayer. And I pray that your loved one will be found no matter what. But whomever is talking to the family that knows him, as far as the last people that saw him, they're not telling the family everything. Okay? The family is not receiving all the facts. They're not receiving clarity. Just like Marcus, whatever situation that he dived into, that he did not think it out. But he thought it out more and prayed about it first instead of diving deep into whatever situation was. Things could have been a little different. But the family's not receiving all the facts. They're not receiving the truth. Okay? There's more to the story. Marcus had some decisions to make. And unfortunately, the choice that he made was not in his favor at all. And I do not sense wherever he's at. I don't sense that he's out in the open anywhere, whether he's alive or not. I sense that wherever he is, wherever Marcus is, he is hidden. Okay, so take that how many want to take it. I just don't sense that they're going to find him like allegedly out in the open. That's all I'm saying. If he's alive, I don't think they're going to find him out in the open. If he's deceased, I don't think they're going to find him out in the open, in a ditch, on the ground, somewhere above ground. He's hidden. He's hidden, period. Okay. So I be praying for the family that they, after that they are seeking, that they will receive them. For those who happen to check in and watch your sister, I appreciate you. I thank you. Much love to the family. Hello, Gwyneth Hopkins, my sister. Thank you for checking in. Thank you, family, for watching. And I pray the family will receive the answers that they are seeking. I've done all that I can do. Okay. As I stated, whatever jumped out, it's due to people. It's somebody he knows, period. All right. I'm seeing a lot of organization groups popping up, spiritual bond. This is somebody he's close to, period. Much love to you. And deception and envy, jealousy, people not telling him all the facts, and the family's not receiving all the facts either. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.